Welcome to another Quadrant VS video, and today I'm going to be doing a video for my record keeping. I'm going to be making we'll say a major upgrade in the next couple days. I got a nice video card coming in, new motherboard, and I'm going to be buying one of AMD's most expensive processors because it's one of their fastest ones. Right now I'm running a 1035T Phenom, but I won't get into the details. I just like to have these videos up so I can kind of look at my past performance. So this is not for views. This is just for, oh, I think the program froze. Yep, it sort of froze there. So, here is, the program itself. It shows you the parts it's going to test. Which this is new, like when the last no. Well, as you can see, here's my stats. I guess I might as well show you them because it'll look different in the upcoming months. That's the processor here. It's a 2.6 gigahertz processor. Right now, it's running at 2.4 for some apparent reason. That's the CPU marks and other things. Let me show you the VGA, or the graphics card. In here it looks like a piece of shit Asus. But the graphics card here is a Radeon 6870. Hell of a graphics card. It is really good for such an old graphics card, but I'm getting a new one. It's a really nice one. It's a WinForce edition, so that should give you guys some clues. I'm trying to build up the suspense. So we're going to run a full benchmark, almost everything closed. There's nothing running but TeamSpeak. So it's going to run the CPU right now. It's actually updating the list here. So my CPU is going to come in like you know, if there was a first place all the way down to a 20th place, I'd be in the like 15th place because the system's kind of old. So, oh, encryption on the CPU, it's possible, but it's not that fast. I've done it. I've encrypted like 500 gigabytes of data because I thought somebody was going to steal it, and it's just nonsense. It's a desktop. Nobody's going to steal my desktop. And if they really wanted something off of here, they'd probably just fucking hack into the system. But I have nothing of value on this system anyway. So here's the graphics card performance. Oh, I do not have Fraps running. Let me see if I can go ahead and... I can't use my mouse. The system's completely locked. I can't do anything while it's doing this. Still can't use my mouse. I'm trying to bring Fraps up before it becomes too late. Okay, hold on. It's not... Shit. I'm thinking I'm typing something and I'm not. Oh well. Oh, it does give you the frame rates. So as you can see, it's doing 15 frames per second on a 2D image, which is odd. Here we go. I'm doing 150 frames per second on an image running at 1024 by 768 multi-sample. This is basically the compressed test. It's not the real one. And it's a 4x multi-sample to be exact. Now once when it goes full screen and actually starts using some of that DirectX 11. And this is not even at the full resolution. It's just scaled up. I lost a lot of frames, but this would have looked good back in 1999, but everything's at 16 by 9 aspect ratio, so I think it's going to scale up again to the 1920. Nope, it didn't do it. It did it last time. It scaled up all the way up to the 1920 by 1080 interface. And here's the one. This is the test that brings down every video card. So we're running at 28 frames per second. 27. As it's changing scenes, it does increase the frame rate a little bit. See, it's changing scenes. Now it's back down. It sustains about 27, 25 when it does that test. which on a 6570 when I had that, it bogged it down pretty badly. This is a new test say through in here. I didn't see this one before. If it'll switch over. DirectX 11 test focus loss. Please do not interact with your computer while these tests are running. I didn't do anything. It just... vector floats. Don't want to give anybody a seizure, but that's how many. I guess when it comes to the like particles per second, this GPU can handle it. It's just when you throw that up onto a larger resolution, that's when shit breaks. But as you can see, the GPU doesn't really bog down much when you throw stuff at it. I was thinking about just putting a second one in the system, but the 6870, it's just a tired video card, and I thought it'd be best just to go ahead and buy a new one, because looking at the numbers look the same, but the newer video cards are optimized for these newer games, and that's the difference between the 6870 and the new one I'm getting. So when I get my final number, I'll compare and contrast that to the newer video card, and then you'll see why I'm doing this video. I have nowhere else to put these videos but YouTube. If I put them on my hard drive, they'll get lost and I'll forget about them. So if I put them on YouTube, I can be like, oh, what did I, back in 2003, what score was I getting? Although there was no YouTube in 2003. But if I were doing these videos back then, I'd probably upload them somewhere or put them on a hard drive or some tape drive or whatever was around then. And then I can go back and compare my scores. I don't write things down because papers get lost. Text documents get lost, or yeah. Now it's reading the disk, which is the SSD. It should be lickety split. It is a Samsung 840. Nothing too fancy. I'm going to put another one in RAID 0. And now, the longer I wait, I notice these 840s, the 840 120 gigabytes, they get more expensive. Okay, so there's my score right there. I'm going to go ahead and upload this video on YouTube. So when I get my new... Actually, let's just kind of go over the details real quick. So that's that. How did the 3D Mark go? Let's go to the DirectX 9. We got a 157. We got a 154. Excuse me. And there's a 6950, which completely nuked my computer. What about the DirectX 11 test? Well, my computer doesn't even show up, which is odd. Oh, it told me the DirectX 11 could not be initialized. I don't know. This card does do a DirectX 11. I have the DirectX 11 drivers installed. I may have to go ahead and reinstall the drivers. I don't know. That's what happened. Maybe the card's DirectX 11 feature doesn't work. I'm glad I'm getting rid of it.